Hey all, I wanted to start off with just a little bit of feedback on some misconceptions or maybe some questions that I thought maybe too many of us didn't know the answers to. So that way we got it. So this one said, how many chromosomes do prokaryotes have? I mean, most of us got it right, 72%. I just want to make sure that we understand that it's definitely one chromosome. So prokaryotes are bacteria, right? Give it a flagella. And in the middle of this, in the nucleoid region, is just this mess of chromosome that's a big circle, but only one piece of genetic information. It's almost like a big string that's all stuck together and squeezed in the middle. Of course, there's also like little plasmids too, but this was like how many chromosomes? And this is the chromosome. These are not, these are plasmids. Okay. The other one that I want to talk about was this. I think most of us did pretty good on this one. This one is just asking you to identify where the histones, where the DNA is. So this is tricky, right? Because remember that I drew it like this, or maybe it's like drawn that way where you got these 8 beads, right? The beads are kind of like behind it here. Wow, this is really bad drawing. And then the DNA kind of wraps around it twice. So this looks nothing like this. What on earth? But if we rotate this maybe this way, if you can think of it, here are the beads inside. Wrapped around is our DNA. Andy, by the way, nice job on this. And then the H1 protein, the histone comes off the side. And that's supposed to be like this part right here. And the last one, and the last one I want to talk about is one that quite a few of us got incorrect. So this one says, which of the following is not a characteristic of a homologous chromosome? And remember, homologous chromosomes have certain things. Homologous chromosomes, yes, they do have the same genes. Homologous chromosomes, yes, they are the same length. Homologous chromosomes, yes, their centromeres in the same position. So, I mean, I guess it must be this one, but why? Like, why is it the base pair thing? So, again, my chromosomes, special guest. So here's my chromosomes, right? Centromere in the same position. They have the same genes, right? In the same position, right? At the same locus, represented by these little pieces of color of tape. But the thing about homologous chromosomes is that they can have different alleles. They can have different forms of the gene. So if this dark blue one and this light blue one represents the gene for eye color, right? It can represent eye color. You can have different gifts of eye color from your parents. So your mom gave you blue and your dad gave you brown. But if you look closely at the letters, it's a C-A-T-A-A, and this one is kind of hard to see because it's too dark. I'm sorry. Just trust me, the letters are different. They have to be different because they're making different stuff. Like if this is making blue eyes and this is making brown eyes, that means this is making the pigment, which is a protein, blue, and this is making a pigment, a color, a protein, brown. You need different instructions. You need different letters, which are the base pairs. So that's a tricky question, maybe, but a common one. IB really likes to ask that question a lot. And that's why A was the best answer. All right, there's your little feedback from the Nearpod from earlier this week.